Welcome back to Celebrate Nashville Tent Talks. I'm Lee Booley. I'm your host today. We're broadcasting live from NECAT, a department of the Nashville Public Library. And we're here at Centennial Park and want you to come on down and see us. I'm talking with Mary now. Mary, is it?
Mary Moran.
Mary Moran
yes.
with
Nashville Irish Step Dancers.
Nashville Irish Step Dancing. How interesting. So tell me about this group, please.
Well, I've been teaching here for 34 years. I'm originally from Chicago.
Okay.
Both my parents are from Ireland.
Wow.
So I was brought up, they were immigrants. They moved to Chicago from Ireland, and I have 6 brothers and sisters, so there was 7 of us. And my parents all instilled a love of Irish music and dance in their children. And we all played like 5 instruments, and we all danced, well, the girls anyways. And we had a family band growing up, and I really loved music. And I got involved with Country Western radio station in college in Chicago, and they invited me down to Nashville to come, because I love country. And I moved here to pursue a career in music, and then I would dance at some of these shows, and then people would be like, that is so cool, nobody teaches Irish step dancing here. So I kind of got recruited to teach Irish step dancing. I thought, well, this is really cool. I'm like filling a void in the community, like passing on my heritage and my culture, and nobody else does it here, so I felt like an obligation to do that. And I just had like 6 to 10 students in my home, and then like at the local church, the Y, and then along came Riverdance, and I went from like 12 students to 60 overnight, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to get serious about this. And so I got certified as a teacher for Irish step dancing. I always danced as a kid, and I was at the champion level, you know what I'm saying, in Chicago, but I wasn't pursuing it as a career, but it kind of came out of left field.
Wow.
It was kind of like a God thing, like this is what you're meant to do. So, and I've been teaching ever since. So I've been here 34 years. I was the first Irish step dance school in Middle Tennessee.
Very cool. Well, thanks for bringing that here.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I know my parents are looking out from above, shining down, smiling on me, and proud of me for passing on the culture and the heritage, not only to my girls and my dancers, but to the community. Yeah,
absolutely. So is it the type of step dancing you teach very similar to river dance with the high leg kicks?
Absolutely, yes. It's it's like it started out as a folk dance, and then basically river dance brought it to a mainstream form of dancing, but it started, it really is a folk dance, like a Celtic dance. And then river dance incorporated the arms, because traditionally our arms are supposed to be on our side. When they compete, the arms are by their side. Everything's more technically perfect, you know what I'm saying, as far as fifth position up on toes. And then came river dance, and they started a more progressive form of Irish dancing, which made it more fun. You know what I'm saying?
Adding some contemporary
influences. And then it was mainstream, and then everybody wanted to learn. You didn't have to be Irish to Irish step dance. And, dancers of all ages, 3 to adult. So you don't have to be, a teenager or young kid to dance. We have adult dancers. We have little 3-year-olds. So it's really nice that it's
accessible.
Really, yes, absolutely.
So you mentioned that it is the folk tradition. Like, can you tell me more about what that means and how it emerged as the folk tradition?
In Ireland a long time ago, they had dance masters that went from community to community, because most of the people were Catholic or Protestant, and they weren't allowed to dance, and they had those half doors. So they say that the reason why their arms are down by their side, and it's all about the footwork, is that when people would be walking past their doors or something, they'd be practicing their dance, but their arms were down their side, so they couldn't see what their feet were doing. So that was kind of like how it came about. But the dance masters would go from town to town and teach. And then from there, it came over Irish step dancing to the Appalachian Mountains. And then from there came clogging. You know what I'm saying? So we are actually the forefathers for clogging and for that type of dancing as well.
And does that then play into tap dance?
I don't think about tap dance, but clogging definitely came from Irish step dancing. Yeah, but tap dance is very similar, and so is clogging. It's just the technique is different. Irish step dancing, everything is up on toes in fifth position, and everything is forward and back. We don't open our legs at all, like we're very stiff and, poker kind of, and arms are down by our side, whereas clogging is more like flat-footed, and your arms and your legs are kind of freer. You know what I'm saying? It's more liberating. Irish step dancing is more controlled and up on toes and just more almost militant in the technique.
That's really fascinating to me when I think about, like, you mentioned the Appalachian area and the dance competitions that take place at like fiddle festivals, and I think of it as being called like buck dancing, but I don't know if that relates to Irish step dancing.
Yeah, buck dancing is also like came originally from Irish step dancing too, but clogging, buck dancing.
Yeah.
We were the four founders. Our people moved like from Ireland over to the Appalachian Mountains, and then from that came the diversity of the clogging and the buck dancing and stuff like that. But I love watching the clogging and buck dancing. It's really cool.
Well,
it really is.
All of those, and definitely Irish step dancing is a beautiful art form as well.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah,
It takes a lot of stamina and a lot of technique work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're up on your toes the whole time. You're in fifth position, and your arms are by your side. It takes a lot of balance and coordination.
Sure, fifth position it's a tough one. I
Yes.
took ballet in my youth, in my younger years.
Oh yeah.
So if somebody wants to take dance classes, where can they find out more about?
Oh, NashvilleIrishStepDancers.com
Great.
is our website. NashvilleIrishStepDancers.com, or you could call me 615-578-7368. Look us up on our website. But our first class is free for all dancers.
Great.
We
Okay.
always want people to try it to see if they like it first. We're located in Donaldson. And we're like right by the airport, so we're like 5 minutes from the airport location-wise.
Super convenient, right?
Yes, and we have dancers of all nationalities, all age groups. We love...
Everyone is welcome.
Yes, everyone is welcome. You just have to have a love of dance. That's all it takes.
Great. So are you performing here today?
We just did. We just got
did.
off
How
the
did
stage.
go?
It was great. It was
Yeah.
awesome. It's just such a beautiful day. I love the energy, the vibe here. It's always so... exciting, and people really like all the different cultures. What I love about it is everybody supports each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just such a cool thing. There's just like that mutual love and respect for dance and the cultures, and it's beautiful. Really
So
is.
how long have you been performing with Celebrate Nashville?
We've been here, wow, it's been over 10 years.
Yeah, a
it
long
really
time.
has. I mean, it probably even longer than that, probably closer to 15, 20. We don't always perform every year, but I'd say we've been doing this show here over 20 years. It changed names. It used to be Celebration of Cultures, and then it changed to Celebrate Nashville. So it's been through a little bit of you know what I'm saying, different names and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But it's always been here, and we've always loved performing at it.
Well, very
So,
good.
We've been on the Opry's for 23 years, and we've been doing Celebrate Nashville or Celebration of Cultures probably around that same amount of time.
Also, if folks weren't able to see you today, can they catch you on the Opry now?
We are, every St. Patrick's Day week, we perform on the Opry. So it depends what day of that week. It's usually on a Tuesday or a Friday or a Saturday. But St. Patrick's Day week, we've been a tradition on the Opry week every year for 23 years. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. I
That
love
really
that.
is. It's such an honor. Really love doing that show. It never gets old. This never gets old either. We love it. Really do. I love the excitement, and I love getting other people out from different cultures and dancing with us and sharing our culture with them. That's always so much fun.
It's so fun today, like all the different cultures. I love it that there's all these different dance cultures. You're maybe the third different type of dance I've talked to today,
Yeah.
and I'm just fascinated by the origins of dance, and then like how we still continue to celebrate that in
Right.
contemporary times. And it's interesting, those that are like purists, that are like, no, I want to keep this like very true to the original, unique cultural dance, and then those that are like, well, we're kind of evolving, and there's
Right. We do both, because in competition, it's very much purist. Like when you're competing, it's very much you're being judged by the technique. Your arms have to be by your side, and you're being judged on your technique in your dancing. So it's very traditional music. It's very traditional technique and posture. Whereas when we do a show, we do like a combination of the two. But shows are more fun. We're not being judged. And it's so nice for the kids to just go out there and dance for the joy and the love of it. And then we can use our arms more, and it's more relaxed, you know? So it's nice to have that balance. It really is. But we do both, tradition and progressive.
I think dance is definitely a joyful expression that makes us feel good.
You know what they really like? In our big show, we do Celtic Rhythms on Fire every March, but we take like progressive music that's out there right now, and we'll put Irish step dancing to it. And the kids absolutely love that because they're like dancing to music they're listening to on the radio that they can relate to. But music all pretty much has the same beat. So you know what I'm saying? So you can use your arms and still do Irish step dancing to it. So that's kind of cool. And they enjoy that.
Very
and then they get
fun.
to dress up in fun costumes, you know.
Oh yeah, that's part of it too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to take a class now. You're really making me want to.
Yes, we would love. And you look so Irish too. You really do.
Yeah.
That would be
I
awesome.
know.
First class is free.
Oh, that's great. Well, so I can at
Yeah.
least come to the first class, and we'll see
Oh.
if I have a talent for it or not. But I'm sure
Absolutely.
it's fun.
And there's something for everybody. Not everybody's a competition dancer. Not everybody even performs. Some people just like to do it for exercise, for fun.
Right.
And that's a good thing too.
So there's so many reasons to get involved with dance, whether if you're wanting to celebrate the culture, get
Right.
that physical activity, or just like your mental health. I think it's also
Yes,
really important.
it's great for mental health. It's also good. It's great cardio. It really is. This is the hardest form of exercise I've ever done.
I believe it.
It really is. Keeps you young at heart.
Well, that's what we're all shooting for, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for spending
you,
time,
too.
and please look her up online. And take those
NashvilleIrishStepDancers.com.
That's
Come
right.
visit us.
Thanks. I'm Lee here at Celebrate Nashville. I want to thank the folks at the NECAT studio broadcasting us live, and the production services staff of Nashville Public Library making sure this all runs. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.